Hello everyone, welcome to my channel today. I'm Tara with Pieces of Tara Artistry. So I'm working on a big one today. It's a 36 by 48 and I just wanted to show you kind of how I braced underneath because I didn't want it sagging in the middle. So I used 3 pieces of styrofoam board, actually 4 pieces. I taped 2 pieces together and then I taped 2 more stacked on top of that, so that it gave a wider surface area, and then I taped that to the framing in the back. Now that is not tight in there. It's just very loosely in there. I wanted there to be some sort of a surface underneath, so that maybe if there was some sort of heavier paints in the middle, it wouldn't sag. So I think it achieved that perfectly. I didn't have any sagging at all. So I just wanted to show you how I did that. I'm just prepping my edges. I am going to be using the satin enamels. And so the top white portion is so that my design doesn't roll right off. So I keep some design there on the edges. And then the one on the bottom, that sky blue, I'm going to be doing a blue portion on the bottom. And I didn't want the canvas to be showing through because I use such thin paints. So this is going to be kind of like a shoreline, landscapey kind of piece today. Now my objective there is to do kind of pearl cells and gold on the top, and then we have kind of the wave shoreline area, and then the water coming or drifting back. So my paint that I'm using here in this gold, the Modern Masters Gold Rush. So I have found, and I know other artists have as well, that the Modern Masters gold pearls up really, really nice. So a lot of you've probably found that when you use metallics on a satin enamel base coat, you don't really get many pearls. And the reason for that is because metallics are usually pretty light. They're very buoyant, so they float to the top, and so does the satin enamel. So they kind of are both the same buoyancy, so you don't get the pearls. Well, with this Modern Masters, I have found that I get really, really beautiful pearls from it. So that's why I use that. Also, I love Deco Art 24 karat gold, but it is a bit uncontrollable in these type of pours where you are doing like a beach scene. It will take over, it will kind of ruin a shoreline in my experience. So I did not want to use the Deco Art, but I did want to put some gold in there, so I thought I'd try this one, and I am so happy I did. I love this paint. So I am just going to, you see, I only put the gold on that one part, and I didn't really put a full base coat on the bottom because I didn't really want a ton of pearls all the way around that blue, what's going to be the blue bottom portion. I just wanted to be kind of interspersed through there. So you're going to see what I mean by that as this painting unfolds. But I think this one really, I was super pleased with it. I was really happy with how that gold selled in that portion, and I really liked how you see a little bit of the gold in that bottom portion. Well, I guess it's kind of the topish portion for you guys, but you will see it kind of pop through a tiny bit, but it doesn't make these pearls, these like gold pearl cells like that Deco Art usually does. And sometimes I don't like that Deco Art because they when you're working with these really thin paints, they start to distort and the micas in them really take over. So here I laid down all this paint, and what I realized after starting to blow this out a little bit is that I had way too much paint on this canvas, and I was a little bit frustrated with the direction that I took here. I started to blow this out, and there was just so much paint on there, and I think it looks okay over there, but you can see I tilted off so much. But then I kind of switched gears here, and I am adding in a little bit more paint, but it's just more for design. I didn't want it to be muddy when I start blowing out again. So I just added a little bit back in, and even then I still had too much paint on there. But here I decided that I would put down this satin enamel base coat for my shoreline, and I really love the effect that this gives with that shoreline. So I decided to go ahead and use it to blow over top of my colors, and you can see it makes really pretty effects. So yeah, I did decide, I blew this all out, and oh, you can see my puppy Baxter. He's over there in the right side of your screen. He comes down occasionally and visits me in my studio while I'm working. But yeah, I really liked how this one turned out. If I was to do it over again, I would definitely put much less paint on the canvas, because you see I'm trying to get some of that paint off, and it's getting a little muddy. So then I actually have to go back in and add a little bit more color and blow it out. And I did even go back in with my brush a little bit and just add a little bit of depth to certain areas that I felt like may have been a little bit muddy. I just didn't want to keep going over and over again with my hair dryer. So I really hope you guys like this. Let me know what you think of this technique. And yeah, I like how this one turned out. So I'm gonna pop back in a little bit, but I'm gonna let you watch for now. Okay, so I'm going to explain a little bit about what I'm doing here. I'm basically just kind of working that shoreline up a little bit. I want it to be kind of meet a little bit closer to where the white pearls are coming through there. So I have my hairdryer on low, and I'm just kind of pushing the paint up a little bit until I see that the paint really isn't moving much anymore with the blow dryer on low. So then I decide that I want to see if I held the dryer a little bit higher on high, what would happen with that shoreline. And I really like the effect that this gave, because it really kind of fanned it out a little bit, and you could see that gold underneath, really pretty. So I'm glad that I decided to do that. So I just wanted you guys to know, what technique to achieve that. what I did. I really do like how that worked out. So, okay, well, I really appreciate you guys being here. I do show you here now how I'm gonna go back over certain areas that got a little bit muddy and kind of fix it a little bit, add in a little bit more depth and some color so that it doesn't look so muddy in some areas. But yeah, if you like what you're seeing, please go ahead and like, share on social media, your Facebook pages or Instagram or whatever. Go ahead and subscribe. I really appreciate, and I'm always trying to figure out new content and new and different ways to do fluid art. So go ahead and subscribe. If you don't like this video, then maybe you'll like some of my other ones, as Erica Hughes says. So yeah, I appreciate you guys being here. And please go over to my dad's channel, DJ Fluid Art, and check him out. And that's it. I'll let you guys watch the end of this. I do have wet and dry results again at the end, so make sure to stick around for that. Add in any comments or questions that you have. And in the description box, there are many ways in which you can support other than the free support of just watching, commenting, liking, and yeah, that portion. There are other ways to support as well. So thank you again for being here. I appreciate it, and I will see you on the next one.